What is going on YouTube, and we are back with another one. Alright guys, so in this drop I'm coming at you with a couple of plays I'm going to bring to your attention so you guys are better able to navigate and maneuver these markets with me. Now before I get to it, I'm going to need you guys to hit that like button for me, and if you're new, join the movement by hitting that subscribe button. So before we get this show on the road and jump into our first one, guys, let's have a chat about the markets. Now we saw a slight bounce in the markets today, which caught a lot of you guys off guard, I know, because you're expecting another savage day like we had in the markets yesterday. But as I say, we're going through that stabilization phase right now. So when we have a very red day in the markets, it's normally going to be followed by a bit of a bounce back. Guys, I do think the worst is behind us when we saw the market in free fall only a couple of weeks back. So that's why I say just stick to the strategy, ensure you're catching these plays on the cheap, getting ready for the climb. And it's great to see so many of you guys down in the comment section doing just that. Now guys, before we jump into our main event, I want to touch on a couple of plays. So we're going to kick things off with VUZI, ticker symbol VUZI. Now if you guys remember, over the last couple of days I've been saying take profit out of this play, take advantage of that higher stock price when they're in the high 20s, touching $30, because I expect a stock offering very soon, so they have the cash they need to fuel their business for future growth. And lo and behold, after hours today they announced that stock offering, so in tomorrow's trading session we are going to see this stock price come down. So I hope you guys managed to take profit out of this one. Now guys, you know VUZI's been like clockwork for us, and we're going to continually crush this one going forward, but there's a strategy with this one. Now you guys know when our players announce the stock offerings, that's a short-term pain, long-term gain, as they use the funds to scale their business. Now guys, when it comes to these stock offerings, there's two things you need to focus on. The first is the offering price, and the second is what they're actually going to use the funds for. Now most businesses won't actually tell you what they can use the funds for, they give you a vague description. But you guys know our play VUZI, they're in a league of their own. So they've come out and said they're going to use the funds for new product development, new technologies, things of that nature. Now they haven't actually come out and told us what the offering price is, and that feeds directly into our strategy moving forward. So guys, when it comes to catching the dip in this play, I would hold off 1 or 2 trading sessions to see if VUZI then follow up with another PR to tell us what that offering price is going to be. And that offering price normally acts as a good floor for entry, which I expect to be around $18, $19 or $20. So we are going to catch the dip in this one, load up on this play and ride them back up to the high 20s with time. Now I also want to let you guys know they received a $250,000 order from a healthcare company, and this is just part of their plan to hit back-to-back years of 100% growth. Next up, that's Roblox, ticker symbol RBLX. This is another play I want to chat to you guys about. This one again is moving like clockwork for us. You guys know I had my entry of $61, $62 on this play. I said we don't want to be buying this one right out the gate when it's at $70. You had a lot of people buying, a lot of big funds buying at that elevated level. But you guys know we always wait for that perfect entry point so you can make fantastic returns on these plays. Now lo and behold, this one did drop into our buy zone. So check me out, as you can see, dropped down to that $61, $62 mark. Now I had my limit buy set on this one, but my app failed me once again and it didn't trigger the buy. But we're not going to cry over spilt milk. We're going to wait patiently for the next entry point in this play. As I say to you guys, after these IPOs, I always wait for that corrective move of at least 15% before pulling the trigger. And if you're new to this play, this is another gaming play that we're going to add to the collection with plays like Skills. They allow the users to create their own games, invite their friends. As I say, this creates this virtuous circle. And that's why we've seen this play crush earnings, crush growth numbers in recent times. Now, because of this is a play that can get into the $80 mark. But I want to let you guys know this is always going to be a volatile play due to their high valuation. So the way we do this one is, guys, we enter in at $61, $62 and immediately you guys set your stop limits on this play. As I say, this one's always going to be a volatile play, so it's mandatory to set those stop limits, set those trailing stop losses if you're able to do so. Then we're going to ride this one up through the 70s into the 80s and take profit at that point, because this one is going to come back down to the 60s, the highest $60 mark, because either there's going to be some weakness in earnings or some other corporate issue, maybe stock offerings, that's going to bring that stock price down. And I say it's going to repeat, so it's going to ride back up. So we're going to catch the bottom, sell it at the top, and we're going to repeat on this one. That's the way to crush this play going forward. Alright guys, so into the main event, that's Star Peak Energy, ticker symbol STPK. This is another play that brought to your attention several times over the last couple of weeks, and I'll make sure this one hasn't slipped off your radar. Now this is an energy storage play with big potential. I say this is a 10x potential candidate if you give them enough time. Now when it comes to energy storage, that's not a space to be overlooked. If we take an Elon Musk for example, he's been prepping Tesla to take full advantage of the rise that we're going to be seeing in energy storage. You've got to remember, every office, every campus, every retail outlet is going to need energy storage in the future. And a play like Star Peak is going to take full advantage of this. I'm going to let you guys know this is a play set to grow 100% between 2021 and 2022. Guys, I'm not going to let any 100% growth play slip by you. Same thing with the Vuzi. Now, I'll let you guys know this one's opening up good support at around $24. We've seen that tested several times over the last couple of weeks. So what we're going to do, guys, with this one is you want to catch them on a pullback to the mid-20s. That's when you guys want to pull the trigger on this play and build your positions over the next couple of weeks in this play. As I said, this is a big potential play. All you guys got to do is take full advantage of the pullbacks in this one. As you can see from the stock price movement today, up 15%. I told you guys about that rubber band price movement. These plays really can fly when they're ready to do so. You guys just got to make sure that you have your positions fully built out and ready for the climb. Alright guys, we're rocking with the channel, you know what time it is. Discussion comes from Philip, says, how can you tell the difference between a W-shaped recovery and a bull trap? Now this is a great question, I know it'll help a lot of people out. So first, let's cover up what a W-shaped recovery is. Now when you're in a downtrend, there's a couple of types of recoveries that typically occur. So one of them is a W-shaped recovery, and that is where the price movement just moves in the shape of a W. So it has two bottoms before making a recovery. Now we also have a U recovery, we have an L recovery, and various other types. Now bull trap, that's when you're in a downwards trend, that stock price then breaks through resistance and you have a lot of buyers at that point. Then the stock price reverses its price movement and then drops again. So that's why it's called a bull trap. Now looking at the charts from the surface, it can lead you to think it's one or the other. But what you guys need to bear in mind is we're getting closer and closer to a point where the economies are going to start opening up. Businesses are going to start running again. That's going to lead to economic growth. Now guys, normally when there's economic growth, that transfers into the stock market with higher prices. So I do think this is going to be one of the triggers to cause the next bull run in the stock market. So that's why, one of the reasons why I have a lot of confidence going forward in the stock market. That's why I say you guys just got to continually stick to the strategy of catching these plays on the cheap. Alright guys, so that wraps things up. Now as we close out the week, I'll be checking in with you guys to ensure that we're finishing off the week right. So hit the like button for me, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.